Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto video. Right now I have for you guys a quick little update on the crypto markets, as I think a lot of interesting things are happening right now, but I just want to focus on the price. You can see that Bitcoin hit its little resistance here as we perfectly, I guess, predicted or expected at about 30.6 thousand before falling right back down to the bottom. Right now hitting that little support at 28.6 before bouncing back up. As of this point, guys, we're still waiting to make a trade up until I guess we break out towards either side, but we have still not broken anything over the last couple of weeks. We had one little fake out here the 15th of May, but generally speaking here, we've been just bouncing up and down between 28.6 and 30.6 thousand. We've also explained that over on the Bitcoin chart, if you draw it a little bit differently, this is again still the 4-hour Bitcoin chart. You can actually see a little bit of a symmetrical triangle. In that nature, we did break out first before retesting here, having a little spike before coming right back into the triangle, breaking below, not having our confirmation to basically open up a short position or so, as again, the second candle after the breakout candle was green. And very often we get a pump dump scenario like this. It's not something you usually take, in the sense that it's usually not a smart thing to open up a short position after you've had such a strange price action, is from my experience. But we've retested basically the little bottom of this symmetrical triangle, and that's basically what we're up to right now over the last couple of hours here. You can see that that bottom was again perfectly represented by our previous bottoms here, as it's basically a quadruple bottom or whatever that we are forming right there. I've also talked before about the altcoins in the sense that they are basically moving in the exact same fashion, with the initial breakout retest continue on of this little breakout. It was a little bit more bullish than the rest before coming right back into the triangle, having a little pump, I guess, new breakout candle before no confirmation, and right now just kind of, I'm not exactly sure what you can talk up this for, like converging, I guess is the best thing we could say. Not really any clear direction, just kind of going sideways here, hovering at about the 260, why am I saying 260? $680 billion mark or so for the altcoins. And again, specifically about one altcoin, I guess, XRP had the same price action as Bitcoin with a crazy bullish breakout before not getting the confirmation, so we didn't take that trade. Continuing on bullish like the total altcoin market cap was doing before breaking right back into the triangle, breaking through, not having the confirmation because it zooted right back in, then retested the top, retested the bottom, came right back down, had its confirmation, but again, it's such crazy price action here over the last couple of hours that even though theoretically speaking we should have taken this trade, I still think it's a little bit of a riskier move. But officially we should have opened a short on XRP, and that could have actually resulted in us having about 1.3, 1.5 or so percent profit. And you got to remember as well, guys, 1.3 to 1.5% over on an exchange like Bybit or so. I've told you guys a couple of times before, it has a lot of effect, mostly because if we do like 10x leverage or so, this can easily turn into 13%, 15% or so. That's real quick money. Let's say we put in $1,000, so that's $150 that we just made in a couple of minutes. But some people put $50,000, some people put $10,000. You guys get the drift, and that can be serious money, even though it's only 1% or so. Don't think you need to make these bigger moves to make a lot of money. You can actually just make a lot of profit off of 0.1% as well, or anything along those lines, if you just put your leverage right, or I guess have enough money for that matter. I guess that might also aid a little bit. Having said that, if you want to get more updates and stuff regarding the price action, regarding everything, make sure you join the Telegram. Now, again, guys, I'm not going to be posting every single detail in here, but I'm trying my best on just putting every single time I have something to share that I'm not quick enough to put inside a video, to share it over on Telegram and sometimes over on my Twitter. So I highly recommend you guys to join. It is the DustDBC Alerts Telegram. Just join it, check it out, and if you don't like it, just leave again. But honestly, I think it's a very nice thing to join, just for in case of, right? And there's also a group attached so you guys can talk with one another if you want. And then one thing I want to really make clear to a lot of people. This article came out about 50 seconds ago or so. ADA will outperform Bitcoin, says crypto influencer. I want to say two things, I guess. One is you might consider me a crypto influencer or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. But don't think that because I'm making videos or so, that everything that I say here is what you should go ahead and do. All I'm doing is kind of sharing my story, sharing what I think is going to happen, and hopefully that will make us money. We've seen with a lot of the altcoins that I covered that it does do really well. But at the end of the day, you can't really trust me for that, right? Nor can you trust any crypto influencer for that matter. If you watch people for the entertainment or the news stuff or so, I really respect that. I really enjoy that. Even a Chris MM Crypto, for example. Honestly, You can't say there's more people that are really as entertaining as him in the crypto space. It's just really fun to watch, if you ask me, right? A hyped up personality, really crazy. But in terms of should you follow every single move that a person like this makes, I honestly don't think that's the best idea. But again, that's just my personal thought about the matter. About the more central question, though, will ADA outperform Bitcoin? That is a question I get quite often as well, or a statement that people want me to answer. I guess reply to. ADA will outperform Bitcoin. I honestly think that the majority of altcoins will outperform Bitcoin. Then again, I do believe Bitcoin has the highest certainty of succeeding over the next couple of years. If we, for example, grab an ADA, an XRP, an HBAR, an XDC, a QNT, a VChain, it doesn't matter which one. Do I believe all of these will succeed? Yes. Do I think all of these will beat Bitcoin? Depending. I think all of them will do better in terms of gains. So if you hold one of those, I think in about a couple years from now, you'll have made more money with those than with Bitcoin. Then again, if I had $1 billion right now, maybe I have that though. But let's say if I had $1 billion right now, what would I put, most into? That is again the difference that we are in right now. I think for the most part, Bitcoin is safest because I don't think it's going to go away. And a lot of you guys think Bitcoin is not the one or whatever. Sure. But I personally don't think Bitcoin is going away anytime soon. It's the original thing, right? It's the OG. So for that matter, if I'm not in an accumulation phase, but I'm just in a maintaining phase or so, and I think usually banks consider this anybody with a net worth of over 20 million or so. If you go to your bank right now, specifically in the Netherlands, you have 20 million plus or so in net worth, basically, they'll be very, very nice to you to help you out with any investment strategy that they can come up with. A lot of really specific help for their VIP clients. A lot of people don't know that you have a lot of extra services that a bank can offer you. Even the banks that you use right now, if you have a lot of money, there's so much private banking stuff going on in the background. But yeah, for a lot of those people, again, I'm not saying 20 million in that sense, all right? But I'm talking about real big capital that I would honestly, prioritize Bitcoin mostly for safety. And I think that's also what these big institutions are doing. Their main thing is Bitcoin with a lot of side notes in altcoins or so, because altcoins will most likely make you more money, but there's a little bit more chance of losing it. Or even if you're just going for, let's say like this, even though the majority of altcoins that you pick might not go wrong, if you only pick one or so, it's a very risky situation. And if you pick many, there's a good chance that if 95% of altcoins will eventually fail, that at least one of them that you are going for will also fail, if you guys get my drift. So yeah, it's just a little quick story about the matter. Then again, guys, right now, as it currently stands, I am very bullish on the crypto market. I am pretty excited about everything. I think I've discussed that a couple of times with you guys before as well, even though short-term things might look bad or so. And again, even for XRP, even though we should have officially taken this trade, I don't actually open a trade here because it's a little bit too risky, and honestly because I'm still believing that this is just a big fake out. A lot of you guys said, please Dusty, don't open up a long position on Bitcoin, please. And I said, sure. You know why? Because I understood, okay, this might be a fake out unless we get the confirmation. Right now, we did not get the confirmation for the downside. And as long as Bitcoin is not getting this confirmation going on, I'm not trusting this XRP signal because Bitcoin is looking a little bit bullish right now to keep retesting this little resistance line right there. I'm a little bit too skeptical to open up a short, even though the bigger narrative in this space right now is, again, the red. Today's just such an imbalanced day. So again, guys, let's wait real quick to see where Bitcoin heads relatively to this chart. Specifically, I think this is the most important chart to watch for because we've kept on bouncing from the bottom right now a couple of times already. And nothing is suggesting that we're not going to keep continuing to bounce up and down until something breaks. So again, guys, keep watch for this specific level, 30.6 thousand, or at the bottom side, 28.6 thousand. This is by far the most interesting. So yeah, having said that, take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys all later.